All right, guys. So those of you who are watching online, thank you very much for joining Chef Partida. Okay, today we're actually celebrating Cinco de Mayo, as you can see in my background. It says Cinco de Mayo with a big old hat. One of the things that we do in my classroom is, in order to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, we make my famous, absolutely, hands down, #1, fresh mango salsa. Okay, so everybody's going to have a recipe. Somebody pass that out. Thank you. Okay, so that way they're going to follow along. Okay? No, there's no special secret or secret ingredient. Well, maybe the special ingredient is love, because I do care about my kids and my students very much. Okay, so one thing you need to know before you start anything, especially when you're cooking, what do you think you might have to do first?
Wash your hands.
Yeah, which I did already, and as you can see, I have been making fresh already since the start of lunch. So you gotta make sure you wash your hands, okay? And I am gonna be using a knife, so I have to be very careful, okay? So these are sharp as well, okay? This is what they call a hand-powered mixer. So I put everything in, and then the magic begins. All right. So as you can see, one of the on the recipe, okay, I like to use the Roman tomatoes. Those are really nice and firm. Easier to cut. Okay. You can use any type of tomato that you like, but I like to use that myself. Make sure always to have your station clean, which I did. I wiped everything down. Since I've done this before many times already, I kind of know the recipe off the top of my head. This green stuff, anybody know what this is? Yes. Some people like a lot of it, some people like not too much, but it says a little bunch there, but oh well. I like making it a lot, okay? I use garlic salt, just a little bit there. Like I said, I've done this so many times that in many cases I don't have to measure anything, okay? A little lemon squeezer, squeeze sometimes, all right? Already had some of the stuff cut already in advance. It makes it a lot easier for me to put everything together. I just put a little bit of jalapeno in there. I added my fresh garlic. That's always good. Okay. Like I said, the Roma tomato I like to use. If you like it to the salsa to be really sharp, hot, you could put the whole jalapeno in. I just like using the they call it the flesh, not the seeds. The heat of the jalapeno is where it's found in the seeds, so I don't want to put that in there. I mean, I don't want your little tummy to be all, hot or anything. But it all depends on how you guys like it, all right? And then we got, okay. Here's one of the things that I really don't appreciate, okay? Especially when people start labeling things, all right? They call this a red onion. There's no red here. It's purple, okay? So, anyways, that's what they do. So I'm going to use a fourth of this. Let's save the rest for later. Like I said, if you're planning to do this with your parents, make sure that they're doing the cutting and not you, okay? You don't want to lose any fingers. Try not to make a mess. You can add a different kind of onion. Some people like to use a white one. That's fine. It's basically really up to you, okay? Then yours, the rest is toward the bottom. It says mix well, right? So this is where the magic happens. So right now everything's all in chunks, right?
Mm-hmm.
Add everything. Close it. And one of the reasons why I like making this is it makes the room smell really good. When you're all done, we'll see that.
It's already starting to look like salsa.
Some people like really fine, so they'll continue to spin the mixer. I like it just fine enough, just like this. Some people like it more chunkier. It's fine. Like I said, you're the chef. It's up to you. Okay. Last batch. And then I'm going to add the mango to it. Okay. This is optional, right? You want to write mango? What does optional mean?
You don't have to put it in.
You don't have to put it in unless you want to. Okay? Like I said, when you're cutting, you got to make sure you're very careful. Okay? Don't always have to do mango, just also with Mayo. I do it many other times. But like I said, this is really fun to do. So it doesn't have to be a special occasion to make it. Okay? Now, anybody know when they first started making salsa?
2,000 years ago.
Actually, the Aztecs started way back then. Well, Aztecs are Mayan, the Native Americans, long time ago. Okay? They actually did put peppers. They actually started with squash. Okay? And then they just changed from there. And so if you go to the store, you might see salsa in jars. And I like to make it fresh myself. And just tastes better. I know what I'm putting in. Okay? Like I said, all the stuff I got this morning, so it's really fresh. And it goes great with tacos, obviously, because we're celebrating Cinco de Mayo. And then, did you know, some people think that cilantro comes from Latin America, like Mexico, but it doesn't. It's actually a Chinese ingredient. Okay? It comes from the seeds called coriander. That's where that comes from. Interesting, huh? So you could say that the salsa is what they call a melting pot. All the ingredients come from all over the place. Okay? Best part of it, non-fattening. So you can eat as much as you want, and you're going to be okay. All right. Always got to have Helpers in the kitchen. Always have helpers in the kitchen to help whoever's cooking at your house. All this is special to me because my mother taught me how to cook. So it's very special to me when I'm doing all this stuff. And I have the mango. And the last step. The yellow mango. Another thing I like about making this, look how colorful it is. Very colorful. Very colorful. Very, very colorful. And like I said, it's healthy. You can add different ingredients depending on what you like. Some people like it really hot. So we add a lot of jalapenos in it. Awesome. Well done. Some of the pieces on here are kind of chunky. Like I say, just open it, look at it, depending on what you want. Go from there. All right. Start here at the top. And once you put everything together, the best part of all this is you taste it. Okay? You taste it. And there's some people around the store that are dying. Answers. Try this.